Hi, welcome back to the show. I'm here with Stephen Hauer from CFObjective, and we're going to be talking about everything CFObjective. So welcome, Stephen.
Well, thank you, Michael. It's good to be able to talk to you today.
So what exactly is CFObjective for anyone who hasn't heard of it? I mean, I know it's been around for 11 years, but maybe someone out there hasn't heard of it. It's a ColdFusion conference, right?
It is a ColdFusion conference. We initially started in 2006 in Minneapolis, and a simple one-line description of the conference would be it's a CFML and web-centric conference that covers a wide variety of topics relating to software development.
And why the objective in the name?
That was sort of a play on a CFML tag at one point when we originally started the conference. And it was, I guess we were making it our objective to put on a conference that was meeting the needs of the community that weren't in an area that weren't particularly being addressed by what was available at the time. The conference has always had a focus on the strong intermediate to high level user rather than the beginning user of CF. And that was, most conferences come off as either to the general population within a community or a product specific conference, where somebody has whatever it is that they're developing, they want to engender some sort of support for that. Well, with CFObjective, we were targeting the best of the best, the programmers that either were already or wanted to go beyond what the everyday average developer is going to do.
Fabulous. So this year you've moved to a new location, I hear. Where's it going to be this year?
Yes, we have. We've been, after our first 11 years in Minneapolis, Minnesota, we have packed up and moved to Washington, D.C. And in July, the third week of July, the 20th and 21st, we will be at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C.
And is that easy to get to for people who don't live in the D.C. area? Or?
Yes. Well, Washington, D.C. is serviced by 3 different airports, and it's just a short shuttle ride or taxi ride from any of those airports to the downtown DC area where the press club is. We have a number of hotels. This is all information that can be reached on our website at CFObjective.com. A number of hotels that are within walking distance. And walking distance is 5 or 10 minutes from the site of the conference. All of that information is available on our website, so people can get to the area and have a place to stay and attend the conference easily.
And it's near a metro station for people staying elsewhere in the area? Or?
There are a number of metro stations surrounding the entire area, so that's, yes.
Perfect, very easy. So are you thinking more people who do ColdFusion in government might be coming this year, or?
Well, that is one of the reasons that we chose DC ultimately for our conference this year. We've been located in the Midwest for the last 11 years, and it's always been, although there haven't been many complaints about our conference, there have been a few, and one is that Minneapolis is not easy to get to. You can't fly into it, and for those that have tight budgets, stricter budgets, as far as travel and or training, it's a little costly to travel there and have to stay there. In the DC area, we're in the center of things where people will be able to get there, not have to travel as far. Certainly, it's not flying across the country, and it is a hub of activity, transportation, and excitement. So I think the DC area is a good place for us.
Well, you mean there's even more excitement than learning advanced ColdFusion stuff available?
I think probably, yes.
So who are some of the speakers who are going to be at CFObjective this year?
Oh, some of our speakers would be, and again, we have a complete list of our speakers and their topics, and our schedule is available website. One popular name that always comes up will be Charlie Earhart. He will be one of our speakers. Gert Franz from the Lucy Association is one of our speakers. Ray Camden is going to be making a presentation as well. And Gavin Pickin, his community, CFML community will notice and recognize. Brad Wood will be another one of the speakers. Dave Ferguson. I could go on for a little bit longer, but I guess I would direct people to the website and say, go and look at them all. All their information is there, their topics, when they'll be presenting, what they're presenting on, and you get to see a picture of their smiling face in full color as well, and that's always nice.
Fabulous. Well, sounds like an exciting lineup. I certainly know a lot of the names there. I've seen them speak, and they're really good. So, it sounds like you've got a great lineup there.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have these people here. We really are. And
then, is it a single track or multiple track, or how does the conference work?
We're going to be, we've trimmed down from what we've done in the past a bit. We used to be 3 days. We would have an opening ceremony the night before the conference, and then run Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and run 5 tracks. This conference is trimmed down. We're going to run Thursday and Friday. We'll have some opening event on Wednesday night, some gathering that will be announced at a future date. But then we'll run Thursday and Friday, and we'll be running 4 tracks this time.
Wow. That sounds like people will be spoiled for choice as to what they can learn.
Yeah, they'll have to. The schedule, like I say, the schedule is up, and you can get to that again by going to our website, CFObjective.com, and everything is listed there. One thing that I guess I would mention, the fact that we have a lot of speakers. And we like to keep our speaker to attendee ratio really low so that you actually get to interact with the people that you're there to hear, the people that you're going to be learning from. It isn't like one person talking to 200 people in a room. We keep it much more intimate than that. And that's always been one of the really exciting things about CF Objective, is the fact that you actually get to sit down and have that kind of FaceTime with the presenters, as well as just seeing them make their presentation.
That sounds great. So it sounds like, as well, what are the 4 tracks you have this year?
I'm going to have to look and see, because we've had some debate. And now that I say tracks, I'm going to have to say we're not actually naming the tracks, because we're tagging the sessions instead. So that you can go through and look at the items on the schedule and pick the tags that you want, rather than lock yourself down to a specific track.
Got it. And then it sounds like there's also a hallway track where you could network with people, and I know that's
absolutely. We'll have in the open common area where the sponsors are and so on, there'll be room for people to sit and talk about things, and again, interact with the presenters between sessions. And the problem is when a presenter is there, instead of having them available when they're not presenting, they're usually in another session, because they want to take advantage of all of the really good material that's being there too. The content is really, really the big thing.
Well, I'm sure there will be an after-hours bar or some other thing where people can get together and talk over programming and other topics. So.
Yes, and we'll be actually all of the speakers will be staying at the JW Marriott, and we'll be able to connect with them there after hours. Everybody will be there, so. Except the ones that are out sightseeing around on the Capitol Mall and so on.
Yeah, there's a lot of sites to see in the DC area. So, you could always come and make a weekend of it and stay through the weekend and see a bunch of sites with your family if that's what you wanted to do. So let's just, sounds like a great conference, Stephen. So let's just change topics. You've been doing this for 11 years. Why are you proud to be involved with ColdFusion for so long?
Well, I got started actually, again, we found that there was a gap in what was being made available in the ColdFusion community, in that there wasn't anybody addressing that echelon of developer that had to or was aspiring to go beyond the average. They want to excel in what they're doing. And that's what got us started. What we found is that the ColdFusion community as a community is exciting. The people are interesting. The people are fascinating. The people are passionate about what they're doing. People that are involved with ColdFusion and CFML are excited about the fact that they have this tool, this platform to work on. They really are. So it's great to get those people together in a room and spend time with them. And that's one of the things. I get the big charge out of myself. I haven't been a hands-on or heads-down coder for a number of years, as I've mentioned to you before, Michael. But I really appreciate working with this group of people because they're fantastic people.
They are. There's lots of enthusiasm, and I've noticed this year that the passion and enthusiasm has picked up. I might say that's because we launched the CF Alive podcast, but I think there are other things going on as well. There's just a lot of new ideas and technology. Yes. Yeah. Well, and so do you now, as you're involved in this conference for so long and, making changes in it to make it more exciting. So what would it take to make ColdFusion more alive this year?
I think to have hundreds of people come to CFObjective.
Yes. I think that would get things even more exciting.
I think, no, go ahead.
Well, tell us more about what would make ColdFusion more alive for you, as well as having hundreds of people at CFObjective.
I think I would like to see something more from the CFL community as far as the providers, the software providers. Of course, we have Adobe with ColdFusion. We have the Lucy Association with their CFML engine. We have other providers, and I would like to see them be more prominent in what's going on. Ortus Solutions has been doing their into the box. I would like to see other software developers take that sort of evangelistic approach to what they're doing as well, so that they're out there in front of people constantly. I think that's important to keep the community alive. Not just advertising, not just showing up at a conference with a booth to say this is my product, but take your product out and do a roadshow with it. I think that would make a big difference to people.
That's a great suggestion. So I will be talking with some of those folks. In fact, happy to interview anyone to do with ColdFusion on the show. So if anyone listening, either if you want to be on the show or you know someone who you'd like to nominate to be on the show, please let me know. So anything special you're looking forward to this year at CFObjective?
I think just to see faces that I know, people, friends of mine, people that I've known now for this is our 12th event. People that I've known for more than a decade. It's going to be nice to just be able to reconnect with them again. We don't get to see people face to face most of the time. So this is a good time.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you being on the show, Stephen. I know you're calling from a long way away, so appreciate you making the call, and looking forward to CFObjective this year.
Wonderful. We hope to see you there too, Michael.